In a report recently published in the Lancet HIV Journal, it has been noted that there's been a tenfold surge in the number of South African teens being treated for HIV. The rise in the number has been partly attributed to the success of the AIDS prevention programs that have resulted in better detection and treatment rates. However, they have found that fewer than 50% of young South Africans eligible for HIV care go on to initiate antiretroviral therapy, which prevents transmission and stops a patient from developing AIDS. We speak to Precious Robinson, Chief Technical Specialist for Prevention at Right to Care, about the research findings.
South Africa has gone a long way in doing education and community empowerment on HIV and AIDS and prevention interventions. But when you look at what is happening now, people are still being infected, the young ones. Why? Because of ignorance. People not using the condom, people not wanting to take PrEP, people not wanting to test and know their status so that they can be virally suppressed. And for the South African government, yes, there has been those moments where they have been naive, but the truth is from 2010, there was a shift. And I would say this very study that was published on Lancet, saying that there has been a tenfold increase in young ones accessing treatment, shows a positive input to say, had it not been for government doing something, we wouldn't see this sharp rise in this people getting treatment. And the other thing is that for you to be able to get treatment, it means you had to go for testing. So it means the services are accessible. What these young ones need is actually put for them to access. If I had authority, I would go back and look at the educational aspects where your social development, Department of Education and Health join hands and say, how do we make sure that this education is imparted at community level when this child is still being socialized into being a member of the society, where the norms and values of society are brought back, where this girl is being taught on what is it that you need to do to make sure that you grow up a protected young girl that has got a brighter future? What are the benefits of you staying as you are up until you reach an age where you are ready for sex and whatnot? And when you look at the data that we're looking, the uptake talks women and men and young girls, but we don't see the men coming up as being on treatment and whatnot. The last piece for me would be, go out there, get the men who are infecting the girls who are at a higher age, get them tested, put them on treatment so that they are virally suppressed, and then we can close the test. This is a marathon that cannot be run by one person. We all need to have our sneakers on and run the last mile. Stakeholders, government, donors, funders, but the last mile needs the person, the individual themselves, to be keen and have a drive. One, to know their HIV status. Remember, we already have the map drawn to say we have to go 90-90-90, 95-95-95. Who needs to run that marathon? A service provider can open the facility and say, I'm providing services. If I don't come, if I'm not keen and willing, those services will just lie there redundant.
Hi, I'm Sophie Ndaba, and you are watching Joburg Today.